think Hi, I'm Jeff Ogle, your host of the Midweek Coaches Show. I'm here with Coach Yule doing our very first Coaches Show this year, and I would like to take a moment to thank all of our great sponsors, Century 21, Schreiber Foods, and Scott Shoes of Monat. Here is our head football coach, Coach Yule.
Hey, I just want to thank you for watching, and this is Jeff right here. I coached him back in the day, so it's kind of fun for me.
Thanks, Coach. We had some good runs there and a lot of fun JV nights. So my first question is, so what have you seen after the game Friday night? What have you seen from the film, how the guys did playing Friday night against Matt County, and what things did we need to improve on that you're working on this week?
Well, I thought we did a good job defensively. We forced 3 turnovers, 3 interceptions. We got a fumble. The week before we played a run team that didn't throw the ball very much, and then we come and play Matt County, who throws it every down. So defensively, I thought we played really well. Offensively, we did enough to get it done. I mean, we scored 35. They didn't, you can be critical offensively on a lot of different things, but the bottom line is they came out in a different defense. Our kids, after a few series adjusted, and we were able to score some points.
Right, it was a really incredible game, but there at halftime, and we were sitting there. Me and Benji were doing the halftime show, and we were kind of like, I don't think Monette kind of expected what Matt County was doing on defense, and then they came out and, like you said, they had that different defensive fronts and stuff. So that really kind of shook things up. It seemed like. I know that in Cassville's game, Jeremiah Anderson, the starting center, got a personal foul and had to sit out. So can you talk about Caleb Hilton a little bit and tell us about him and how he did Friday night?
Yeah, I mean, Jeremiah got a personal foul, so he had to sit. And Caleb came in, a big game, rival game against Cassville. I thought he did a tremendous job. You didn't know, as a center, if you don't notice him, you're doing a great job. And really didn't notice Caleb. His snaps were good. I don't think there's a more pressure-packed situation for a kid to get thrown into, and against your rival in that atmosphere. Did a great job, and then I thought he did he came back against McDonald County, and again, I thought he played very well. You didn't really notice, in him, again, as a center, you don't want to be noticed, and I thought he played a great game.
Right. I thought it was kind of funny because all of us up in the booth, we were watching the game, and then Jeremiah gets a flag thrown, and we're like, what? Like, we didn't see what happened, and then obviously he got thrown out of the game. Are you going to stick with Caleb, or are you going to go back to Jeremiah, or what's the deal there?
Well, this week in practice, they'll both share reps. Caleb will start, and then from there, Jeremiah, he'll rotate in at times. But I think Caleb has proved that he can, play the position, and now Jeremiah has to kind of win it back. It's not a bad situation to have 2 centers that can play, and that's where we're at right now.
Right, that's always a blessing. I know whenever we played, we had Brett, and then Michael could do it, so it's kind of nice to see that the guy that had to step up stepped up. And so far, I think it's been that way with losing Angel. I think who's starting for him? Aiden? Kern. Yeah. And see, Kern's a big body boy, so hopefully this Friday he'll do some work down there. What can you tell us about the Seneca Indians and their style of offense and coaching and how they've been doing this year?
Well, offensively, they're going to be real similar to a Cassville. They're coached from Webb City, so we'll see a lot of split back veer. They're very big. I mean, up front on both sides of the ball. They have a lot of size. I mean, they probably average about 250 across the board. Sophomore quarterback who runs the option very well. Defensively, we'll see a 4-4. They're, again, big one-backers. Team speed, I would say that would be one thing that they probably, where we have a little advantage, but it should be one heck of a ball game.
Yeah, I know Seneca's been one of those up and down teams. In 2013, they went all the way to state, and then the next year it seemed like they tanked. They didn't really do that well, and then I haven't heard anything about them this year. I mean, I think they're 3-3, and they're just kind of up and down season. And is that the coach's first year there at Seneca? All right, so it should be a good game. And their stadium down there, that is one of the weirdest places to play because of how the stands are just right up behind you. So how will that and the weather that we could possibly have affect the game Friday?
Well, weather, always can affect a ball game. They have grass, so hopefully it doesn't rain too much. And if it does, we'll deal with it. Stadium-wise, we've always had a little success there. Since I've been here, I feel like last 10 years we've always played well there. Saying that, they have the old bleachers behind you. I think those actually got tore down. I believe they replaced them, so we'll see. I heard they were supposed to do that last year and they didn't. But it is a great atmosphere. It's kind of what you would picture a Southwest Missouri high school football game, atmosphere. And they're going to be fired up. I'm sure this could be their senior night. I would imagine it's getting close to their senior night. So, our kids, we talk about every week's a fight, and it's just this is our next big fight.
Yeah, the team has shown great adversity this year when it's been thrown at them, especially in the Cassville game. There at halftime, they were down, and then they just stuck to the game plan, it seemed like, and kept working and got some turnovers, and then we ended up winning the ball game, and that's always nice to beat Cassville. And then this past week playing Matt County and beating them. Is there any, with just the one regular season game left next Friday at home against East Newton, and then we start the playoffs, is there any new plays or formations that you're going to be showing, or are you going to kind of keep that secret till district play?
Well, I think you're always working on stuff. There may be some new things that we throw out there just to see if we like them, but we're not going to show our full hand, definitely. So yeah, I mean these last 3 games, we've worked on some different things. Nothing just mind changing, but definitely some formations that we feel like maybe get us an advantage here in the future.
I kind of like the way that the spread offense that you do with Ian and just him in the backfield, and you have everybody spread out, and the wide splits. I remember when I played, you were wide splits. You got to get your wide splits, and I think that helps whenever a very aggressive defensive team comes into play. Then you can spread them out and you can hit the open guys. I know Brian Parnavaro, he's had a pretty good season so far, and Mikey and Ian's thrown for 1,000 yards now, and hopefully Mikey rushes for 1,000 yards this next couple games, get going before districts, and then run through district play and hopefully get to that district tournament or championship. Well, that's all. Thank you, Coach Ewell.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you all for watching the Midweek Coaches Show. I'd like to take another moment to thank all my sponsors, Century 21, Schreiber Foods, and Scott Shoes. Once again, you can catch this show Thursday at 6 on the Talon Media Network Facebook page or on Monette Web TV. Thank you.